Hey guys, welcome back for some more Marvel Champions content. I'm Earth Twister, and I'm excited to be bringing you Hulkling in protection against Expert Spider-Woman. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Spider-Woman looks like a ton of fun. I really haven't spent any time playing her, so this is my first time playing her. I've played Hulkling several times, as you have seen on the channel, and I've actually played him 2 or 3 times in protection before I even started playing the other aspects here on the channel. So to get started, as we get set up, of course, we have to pull Finesse out and attach it to Spider-Woman. That is part of the setup. And then the forced interrupt here is that when a treachery is revealed, we place a skill counter. It is permanent. There's a max of 3 that can go there. When she attacks, she gets +1 attack for each skill counter on Finesse. And then we remove the skill counters from there. So she could be attacking for 5 at one point. Self-propelled glide comes out because of the setup here on superhero resistance. So we'll go ahead and flip this over. Now there's a forced interrupt here that says when a player reveals a treachery, place 1 threat here. So now not only are we going to be revealing, adding skill counters for each treachery, we're also going to be adding threat. So that's kind of rough. And it says if there is more than 1 player on your team, the stage gains hinder 2. Okay. Now this also has a forced interrupt that when Spider-Woman would take any amount of damage from an attack, reduce the amount of damage she takes by 1 for each skill counter on Finesse, and that comes in with 3 threat. Now, here's the interesting thing. I actually put these decks together about a week ago. I had intended to be able to sit down and play earlier, but my week just got crazy, and things just kind of a little out of control, I guess, and the time got away from me, so I haven't been able to play. And I honestly don't know what kind of protection deck I have here for Hulkling. So this is going to be kind of fun. It might have been a good idea to go through and look at the cards together on the channel here, but we're just going to try it out and see how well it goes for us. You know, sometimes these things work and sometimes they don't. I feel like that's a pretty decent shuffle, and we'll do a little bit of a shuffle here. Hopefully there's not going to be a whole ton of treacheries that we have to deal with. At least not right off the bat. All right, there we go. Now her health is going to be 17, so that's not too bad. 17 is manageable. She does not have toughness, which is nice. And my health will be 13, so we're not that far off from each other. Okay. So to start now, we get to draw a starting hand of 5. So we get Stop Hitting Yourself. Riposte. I can do this all day. Brother Voodoo, and Shapeshifter Strike. I don't want any of these. So we'll go ahead and redraw. So we got Riposte, Taunt, that's going to be interesting. Armored Shape, Armored Defense, and I can do this all day. Okay. This is interesting. Kind of like this hand. So we'll go with it. I mean, we kind of have to, because we can't mulligan again. But I will go ahead and search my deck and discard pile for a shapeshift form. So we'll go ahead and grab the imitation shape, and we'll add it to my hand, which is actually really good. So now we'll go ahead and flip up here. I'm going to use imitation shape to pay for armored shapes. It's going to generate 2 resources for us, 2 mental for armored shape there. Now we are going to be able to do this. So if I defend, I'm defending for 3. So what we're going to do now is, man, I'm going to actually use armored defense as a resource to pay for taunt. So the villain's going to attack me, and I'm going to use riposte to pay for I can do this all day. So I'm going to defend without exhausting. And so I'm defending for 3. She's going to attack for 2 plus a boost, 2. And now she gets to scheme for +1. When she would be stunned or confused, discard this card instead and give her a tough status card. Okay. Contaminant immunity. So now she's attacked me. I defended for 3. She attacked for 2. I take no damage, but I do get to draw 3 cards. So I get Alien Physiology, Impersonation, and another Impersonation. Oh. Alien Physiology is such a good card. But I just can't. I think what I'll do though, I'll hold on to Alien Physiology. I guess I'll hold on to my hand. It kind of stinks. And I'm going to thwart one off of Self-Propelled Glide. We'll see how well this goes. This could be kind of rough. All right, we're going to ready and drop 5. Change of Fortune, and I can do this all day. Threat's going to go up by 2 because of the acceleration token there. Spider-Woman's going to attack for 2 plus a boost. I will defend for 3. 2, 3. There's no status cards on my identity, so she attacks for 3. And discard pile is going to be right here. So I took no damage, which is great. Now we get an encounter card, which happens to be a minion. He's going to come in. He's going to attack me for 3. So I take 3. Okay. So what's going to be the best thing here is I will use, I really hate doing this, but Change of Fortune needs to, I mean, Alien Physiology really needs to be on the table. So we're going to use Impersonation, Change of Fortune, and I can do this all day. And we're going to pay for Alien Physiology. Now I will get to exhaust Alien Physiology, pay for Impersonation. So I'll get to remove 4 threat from a scheme. So that will defeat Self-Propelled Glide. And that allows me to actually flip down for free to Alter Ego. So I will go ahead and flip down, which before... It's a hero response, so that doesn't work. So I don't get to trigger this. I'll flip down. Actually, I won't flip down with this. I will go ahead and trigger this to heal 2. And then I will flip down. And in my turn, in Alter Ego, I want to go ahead and use my action to grab a Shapeshift upgrade. So we'll go ahead and grab Imitation Shape again. And then we will shoot. Too late now, I guess. We'll ready and draw 2, 3, 4, 5. Threat will go up by 1 to 3. Spider-Woman will scheme for 3, just 3. Puts it at 6. Iron Fist will scheme and make it pop. I should have thought about that. When revealed, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for 1 per player's side schemes and deals 1 to each player on my team as a face-down encounter card. So I guess we'll just search for 1 side scheme. Let's see, the defenders, neighborhood hero, Cloak and Dagger, and defend Hell's Kitchen. Deal 3 damage from the enemy leader and give them a tough status. That kind of stinks. Threat cannot be removed from the scheme while a defender minion is in play. It gives me an extra encounter card. Move 2 threat from your leader's main scheme to this scheme. Otherwise, place 2 threat here. 2 per player threat here. And then each minion gains guard. I think this is probably the least worst. So we'll go ahead. This will be dealt to me as an encounter card. Okay. So that's a face down encounter card to me. Then I get to get another encounter card here. And this is the first one. So the defenders comes in with 4 threat. Gosh, dang it. And then exhaustion. I exhaust my identity and surge, which this is a treachery, so finesse gets a token. That surges into another treachery, which is another token here. Give the enemy leader and each minion a tough status card. Okay, wow, this is really spiraling out of control. All right, I should not have flipped down, I guess. My health wasn't too bad. Okay. All right. So my first, because that was the encounter phase, so my first thing is I'm going to search for a shape form upgrade. We'll grab the Hulk shape. Okay. Imitation shape and shapeshift. We'll pay for Helicarrier. Helicarrier will pay for Def Focus. And then I'll go ahead and flip up. I'm exhausted. Hulk Smash, or Hulk Shape, sorry, will pay for Wiccan. Wiccan will come in. After I play, I search my deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to my hand. Honestly, impersonation is what we're gonna need. And I will use Alien Physiology to pay for impersonation, which will remove 4 threat from here, defeating the defender's scheme. I would be allowed to go to Alter Ego, but I don't want to because that was a bad decision earlier. And Wiccan will go ahead and knock the tough off of Iron Fist. So that gives Wiccan 1 point of damage. So now we'll ready and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Threat will go up by 1. Spider Woman will attack for 4 plus a boost. She would be stunned or confused. Okay. So 4 plus a boost. I'm going to let Wiccan take it. 4, 5, 6. Wiccan is defeated. And then when Spider Woman attacks, she gets +1 for each skill counter on the finesse attack. Remove each skill counter from finesse. Okay. So that gets those removed. Wiccan is defeated. Iron Fist will attack for 3. I will defend and not take any damage. Get an encounter card. Pheromones. I am stunned and confused. And she gets 2 counters on finesse because of pheromones, and then because it's a treachery also. All right. Let's see here. Helicarrier will pay for Armored Vest. Armored Vest is going to give me an extra defense there. Wing Shape. And Alien Physiology will pay for North Star. And then I know that the main reason for North Star is to help with defense, but really I need to get rid of Iron Fist, so he's going to deal 2 to Iron Fist. Oh, I have not been dealing with my Retaliate 1. Dang. Energy will go ahead and play Altman Residence. Kind of a waste, but... Okay, then we will ready. Dropped 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop hitting yourself, Shapeshifter Strike, the Night Nurse, Taunt, and Avenger's Mansion. Threat goes up by 1. Spider Woman attacks for 4 plus a boost. I defend this. It's probably a good idea. I'll defend for 4. 4, 5, 6. North Star is going to take a point of damage. Cancel those icons. So she deals no damage to me. We remove those. And my Retaliate 1 knocks off her tough. Iron Fist will attack for 3. I'm going to take that to the face, go down to 9. And he's going to be retaliated against. Encounter card. Light Force. Heal 3 damage from the enemy leader. There's no damage to be dealt. And I take 3 indirect damage. So I'll take all 3 of those. Okay. Helicarrier is going to pay for the Night Nurse. Night Nurse comes in with 3 medical counters. I will go ahead and exhaust the Night Nurse and remove 1. That's going to heal a damage from me, and I'm going to discard a status card from it. So we're going to remove the stun. Armored Physiology. No, hold on. If I do Death Focus, that would do for superpower, but I could just generate 2 for this. And then I could taunt. I don't know. Alien Physiology is going to pay for Shapeshifter Strike. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Ready my Shapeshift upgrade. I did not. She's going to have an extra token here. She's going to take 5 damage. Goes down to 12. I'll get to trigger my Armored Shape, which heals me 2. Avengers Mansion. Yeah, Avengers Mansion will pay for taunt. She's going to attack me for 2, 3. I can't defend 3. No boost. So that is 3 points of damage to me. And then I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Not helpful at all. That would be removed. She does get retaliated against. I'm going to use a stop hitting yourself to pay for a taunt. She's going to attack me again. 2. Just 2. So I go down to 4. I get to draw 3 more cards. Okay. It's a little bit helpful. I'm going to use a strength to pay for defensive conditioning, so I get +3 hit points and 1 more defense. So now I'm at 5 defense anytime I defend. And 3 more hit points here. And I'll go ahead and use a stop hitting yourself. Pay for Excelsior. And I'll hold on to the genius. And ready and draw up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We reshuffle. This is a very close game. I don't know that I'm going to pull out the win here, but we'll see. Okay. 4, 5. Ooh. Okay. Threat goes up by 1 to 3. Spider-Woman's going to attack for 2 plus a boost. Def Focus is going to pay for armored defense. So when an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense. After this attack, give Hulkling a tough status card. So she's going to attack, but I'm going to hit first because it's a hero interrupt. So I'm going to hit for 2, 3, 4, 5. So she goes down to 6. She comes through and hits me for 2. And then North Star will exhaust. So 2 hits me for 2. She gets retaliated against. And then I get a tough because it's after the attack. Okay. Iron Fist will attack me for 3. That removes my tough, and he gets retaliated against, defeating him. Then we get an encounter card attached to my leader, otherwise attached to your hero, so it's going to be attached to me. When attached character would scheme, thwart, or attack, discard this card instead. Okay. All right, I think we can do this. So, Night Nurse is going to remove a counter, heal me for 1, and remove my confused status. Then I'll go ahead and thwart to get rid of Tangled Up. I forgot that I had Excelsior. Riposte will pay for Change of Fortune. When we get more minions down, we'll be able to deal tons of damage, I feel like. And then I'm going to go ahead and use Genius to pay for Shapeshifter Strike to deal 5 damage to Spider-Woman, which will defeat her. And I get to trigger Armored Shape to heal for 2. She's going to flip. Deal each player an encounter card. She cannot take damage this phase. Okay. That is all I can do, so we'll go ahead and ready. Excuse me, we'll drop to 5. Taunt, Shapeshifter Strike, Hulk Smash, Hulk Shape, stop hitting yourself, Energy. Alright, threat goes up by 1 to 4. Spider-Woman's going to attack for 3 plus a boost. I'm going to defend for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. She hits for 4, so I did not take any damage, which means I can use Energy to pay for stop hitting yourself. I took no damage. After I defend against an enemy attack and take no damage, deal damage to that enemy equal to my defense for that attack. My defense is 5. So she had flipped in the previous phase, so she can take damage now. Her health was 21, now it's at 16. Okay. Now we get our 2 encounter cards. The first one is a Treachery, so she's going to attack me. I I don't have anything to be able to defend with. If she gets this, she's going to attack for 4 plus a boost. 4, 5. I will take all 5. Let me get rid of this. And then the next one is Spider-Man. When Spider-Man attacks, so Spider-Man attacks each character with Tangled Up attached. If no attack was made this way, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Tangled Up and gives it to you as a face-down encounter card. So this becomes a face-down encounter card. Now, I don't believe that this gets revealed now because it just hangs on until the next phase. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I don't think I could really survive another hit. I forgot about Excelsior. Again. So I'm going to use a Helicarrier and Def Focus. Pay for Shapeshifter Strike. That's going to deal 5 damage to Spider-Man. And Armored Shape is going to heal me for 2. I'm gonna do this. So Hulk Shape is gonna pay for taunt. He's gonna attack me. North Star will defend. 3, 4. North Star is defeated. I get to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Can do this all day and riposte. All right, so we'll go ahead and ready and draw the rest of. I'll discard 1 riposte and draw the rest of my hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Threat goes up by 1 to 5. Spider-Woman will attack for 3 plus a boost. I will use. Oh man. Y'all can correct me if I do this wrong, but Helicarrier will pay for I can do this all day, so I don't have to defend. I can do this all day will pay for riposte. And then Def Focus will pay for armored defense. Now I'm defending for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm defending for 7. So my defense is now 7. I will get to deal 7 damage before she attacks me. She goes down to 9. And then I'm not having to exhaust, so now she's going to attack for 3 plus a boost. 3. I'm defending for 7. 3, 4, 5. I take no damage. Riposte will now deal 3 damage to her, taking her down to 6. And then I get a tough status card after the attack. And I have not had to defend yet. Or exhaust to defend anyways. And then because I defended, I can use a energy resource. So we'll generate 1 with alien physiology to deal 2 damage to an enemy. So now she takes 2 more damage. That's pretty intense. That's pretty intense. I like that a lot. So that was what? 7, 10, 12 points of damage in the villain phase. Okay. Now we get encounter cards, so I get webbed up or tangled up. And then she's going to scheme, which may actually lose us the game here. She'll get a token, so 3. Of course it would be that. So 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does lose us the game. If I had been able to manage threat a lot better, we would have won. So I am disappointed in this loss, but this deck is a ton of fun. I think that what I'm going to need to do is add in some oh gosh, can't think of the name of the card right now, but it's the one that if I don't take damage I can ping off a threat, and add in 3 copies of that so I could be pinging off 3 threat, because I was just not finding my threat control cards, and I was stuck with one thwart and constantly being confused. Night Nurse was a big savior against Spider Woman here. If I had not drawn Under Fire, would I have won 2, 3? So if I had gotten a 1, that would have lost me. So if I had to have gotten a 0 boost icon card there to have been able to continue to play. So would I have? No, it's 2, 1. Yeah, and then if Dagger's in play, reveal Cloak, otherwise place 1 threat on a scheme. So yeah, that just would have just lost me the game no matter what. So as soon as she schemed, it was game over. I really shouldn't have flipped down that first turn. So there's a lot that I learned from this game, but it was a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun. I'm going to have to definitely post this deck on Marvel CDB if I haven't already, and play with this one some more. Because to me, this was a really good deck. There's just a few things that would need to change. Probably reduce the amount of riposts that I have. And I do need to get a better understanding of armored defense and how that interacts with riposte. Like, did I actually defend with 7? Or is this just pulling from my basically permanent cards here? Honestly, though, I could have healed for 2. That wouldn't have saved us anything in the game. But that was good. That was a fun round. We got within 4 health. We were really close to winning. It just so happened we got the wrong card at the wrong time. If I'd been able to pull a what was it? Oh, it was somewhere in the deck. I bet it was like the next card. No, it was Wiccan. But Wiccan would have been able to win me the game because he would have been able to thwart 2, and then he could have pulled an impersonation for me. So yeah, I mean, we were close. We could have reduced the threat if we had just not gotten the advance. This was a fun game. This really was. I really, really like this deck. I really, really like this deck. Let me know what you guys think of this deck in the comments below. I know I've been rambling for the past few minutes, so thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.